everyone, this is Maria and I'm at the Clark County Museum in Henderson, Nevada, which is right outside of Las Vegas. So let's go and check it out. This is called Heritage Street, and so there's old buildings, structures, houses, and different things, old vehicles. You can see that vintage trailer back there and that little house, and there's also this chapel that used to be in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip. Okay, so let's be very quiet. There's a wedding going on here. So we just left the chapel and we're entering the street, and you can see one of the houses here, and over here there is a park, and there's a gazebo in the center. Reminds me when I was a kid, there was so much shade on our street. Oh, this is so awesome, you guys. I can hardly wait to show it to you. Okay, here it comes. Here's the street. I mean, it's like Back to the Future, that movie. This one is called the Babcock Willcox House, and it's from Boulder City, 1933. Oh wow, this is so awesome. I love these screened-in porches. So remember, this is 1933. It's a radio.
Its original location was at 441 Hotel Plaza in Boulder City. 12 houses were constructed in April of 1933 for Babcock and Willcox Company employees by contractor Paul S. Webb of Boulder City. They were designed by architect E.D. Wagner of Akron, Ohio. In 1943, 3 different style houses were built next to the original 12. Listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
Okay, so this house was used for temporary housing. Oh, look at this. The kitchen.
To the Clark County Heritage Museum, so that many people could enjoy it and the story it has to tell.
There's the couch.
Clark County Department of Parks and Recreation welcomes you to the Babcock and Willcox House. Hoover Dam, among the greatest of modern engineering projects, was so gigantic in its dimensions and so vast in its economic significance that progress of its construction from 1931 to 1935 was followed with interest throughout the world. To house the workers of Hoover Dam,
the closet. Look at that fan up there, the old fan. And the bathroom. This is so cool how they made each room like an exhibit room. Oh, and here it talks about the Hoover Dam when they were starting to build it. It says dam work starts will be Hoover Dam Wilbur reveals. So I guess these were like temporary houses that they put up for the workers while they were working on the dam. I love these vintage photos. And look at this bedroom. Look at the rug and the quilt and the old furniture. And look at the kitty at the end of the bed. And a sewing machine. Thanks for inviting us into your home. Let's go visit the neighbors across the street. This is the Giles, or pronounced Giles, I'm not sure, it's G-I-L-E-S, Barkis house. It's from Goldfield, 1924. Look at this glass in the door, the front door. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. Isn't that awesome? And look at this old heater. Imagine heating up your home with this. We are so spoiled with central heat. And here, look at this glass, vintage glass. And a wall of vintage photos. There's a sign up here. It says, Odd Shop antiques. Oh, I get it. This one's different than the other house. This is an antique store. It's set up to look like an antique store. Oh, there's the owner probably. Look at all of those irons. Imagine ironing your clothes with that. The phonograph. This is before iTunes. And the vintage sewing machine. It's a Singer. Oh my gosh, it almost looks like the one my mother used to sew with. Look at this house. Wow. It's called the Gont House, G-O-U-M-O-N-D, and it was from Las Vegas, 1931. Look at that stonework. Look at this. Wow. I don't know what type of car this is. Oh, well, it says 59 Lark right here on the license plate. 59 Lark. Oh, this is so cool, you guys. Look at this stereo system. Now this is a really nice piece of furniture. Actually, stereos, even when I was a kid, they were more of a piece of furniture for the house. I love the music. Look at this lamp. Gosh, this house is so inviting. It makes you almost want to just sit on that chair. Oh, and look right behind me. Here's the living room. Hi, hello. I love that song. I think I said that already, but I do. Look at the fireplace. Oh, they had a TV set. That card table. Isn't that cute? I love those chairs. The little knick-knack shelf. My mom always had those in the house. And look at the curtains. China hutch. Those glasses, those drinking glasses. Oh my gosh, you guys, they have glass partitions to protect everything, which is great. But as I was holding my camera moving forward, it's so clean. If I didn't see this little caution sign, I may have just walked right through that glass. So clean. Look at the little kitchen area, the little nook back here. Isn't that cute? The ice tray. I actually have one of those ice trays at home. And you could see all the like appliances here. I love those cups. And look at the rack. I'm going to zoom in. Aren't those cool? And there's a box of Lux soap on the sink. Look at the clock right above the fridge. And there's the washroom back there. I remember these. My mother had that. Something very similar at least. Blender. Look at the stove. I am having so much fun, you guys. Oh, look at the coupons. says Jello, 5 cents. Wow. Eggs, 39 cents. Oh, look at these television sets. Wow. This one is 1955. And sorry, my camera was going up and down there. Silver tone, circa 1955 for this one. And this one is General Electric, 55. Oh my gosh, look at those rabbit ears that you put on your TV sets. We had those. And sometimes you had to put aluminum foil up at the top to get your TV to work right, or someone had to volunteer and stand there and hold it. That is so funny. Brings back memories. Look at that. I mean, we had record players. This is so fun. Video Village. I have that game. I even did a video on it. I found my game and it was complete at the thrift store for like $2. Isn't this awesome? There used to be a TV show also called Video Village. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Even if you're kids or teenagers watching this, or your 20s and 30s, the items that you're using today also will become collectible artifacts in the future. Someone will be very interested in seeing them. So let's check out the last room. Look at the carpet. It's the original carpet that came with the house. Wow. He's got his little martini glass there at the bureau. He's putting on his tie. Love that little lamp. Look at his hat and his coat on the bed. Oh my gosh, look at, there's even clothes in the closet. And look at the headboard. Can you see the old radio? Thanks so much for having us. It was very interesting and your house is just beautiful. Now we're standing in front of the Beckley House. It says it's from Las Vegas circa 1912. Wonder if anyone's home. Look at the chairs on the porch. I mean, really, this is the way it was. People would sit out on their porches, and that's how they got to know their neighbors. Everybody knew everybody. I think someone said to come in. Wow, look at this piano. This is so pretty. Oh, I love the sound of a creaking door. It's so quiet in here, you guys. We're the only people in here. Now, this is a very nice house. So quiet. I mean, to think somebody really lived in this house. At one time, there was a lot of family activity going on in this home. Maybe kids running through the rooms, mother hollering at them to stop running in the house. The house was probably filled with lots of good smells from cooking in the kitchen. Now we've just gone through the living room. This is one of the bedrooms. Again, lots of really nice furniture. Look at that, how pretty. The bed. I wonder who that was. And here's another closet. Now look at the clothes. The clothes are older, 1912. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then here's an old steamer trunk. I hear somebody coming, you guys. And look at this bathroom. This tub. That's actually a very nice one with the wood trim on it. And here's the back door. I remember running out of back doors like these. And look at the hardware. Looks like they're busy here in the kitchen, so we'll go ahead and leave. Oh, wait, not before I show you that phone. Look at that old phone. Oh, look at this old radio, another old radio. This lamp is so pretty. And then here we have the dining room. Oh, look, there's the stairs. Wow, nice chandelier. And look at the little tea set. And there's even a small library in this house. I'm curious about this print shop. So this is the Donald W. Reynolds print shop. Let's go check it out. This print shop is a replica of the 1890s to 1900s. And so let's go inside. Wow, look at this. This is so interesting. Imagine the sounds that would come from this print shop. And I'm sure it was very busy. Print shops just all over the world, I'm sure were just very busy every day putting out newspapers. And even when I was a kid, and even like I think the very early 80s, there were 2 newspapers that were put out a day. So you would get the morning newspaper edition, and then there was the evening edition. And look how large the pages were. They're very wide. I used to work at a newspaper, and when I started there, the pages were still wide. And then one day I thought, it looks different, because they started shrinking them down. Oh my gosh, this has to be the printing machine here. Have you guys ever seen a printing press work? I was lucky because when I was at the paper, I went down to the printing press one day and I watched it. And even though that was the 90s, it just still so amazed me how many papers they could make in such a short time. It was a huge machine and seemed to take up a whole room. Look at this. You'd have to stay warm in the winter. They come to work. And then here's some newspapers. It says Newspapers of Southern Nevada. This one is dated 1909. This is called Jolly Acres, and it's part of the museum. It is so awesome, you guys. Look at this trailer. So back, like it says on the board over here, in the 1920s, when people started to travel more because they were getting cars, buying cars, and so they needed places to stay when they would go on vacation or for long road trips. And so they started getting trailers like this one, and then this is a motor court cabin. And so people would park right outside these little cabins and stay inside. Look at this chair. I love this chair. And look at this old Plymouth parked right outside the motor court cabin, Las Vegas, circa 1935. So here we are inside. It's very simple, just the necessities: a dresser, a bed, lamps. So it's just some place to stay overnight, get some rest, and then you could get up early in the morning and be all rested up and ready to travel again. So let's check out the trailer now. It's a barbecuer. Look, there's the kitchen, very small kitchen. I don't know if you can see it because of the glare. And there's like a little table with a radio. Look at the lamp. Looks like Cantinflas. It is Cantinflas. Little TV set. Look at the counter. Oh, look at the little dog. So this is the Townside home from Henderson, 1941. The Townside house is one of 1,000. It was built by the U.S. government as housing for employees of Basic Magnesium, Inc., Henderson, 1941. Oh, look. So you can see the furniture is changing. This is 1941. Look how pretty it is. Still the radio. Remember, there's no TV at this time. Soldier on the wall. Another shelf for knickknacks. It looks like the kids are playing a game. That's when kids were playing board games. No techie games back then. Broom closet or hall closet. Kitchen. Looks like he's making some eggs. See the butter and the toast? That looks good. I'm getting hungry. This museum, you guys, I highly recommend this museum. I really do. If you're in the area. There's mom and dad. And this is the original water heater that came with the house from 1942. And here's another bathroom here. Look at the heater on the wall heater. And look at that little stool down there. And here's the children's room. And this was the parents' bedroom. Look at that dresser back there. Isn't that pretty with that round mirror? And this vintage mailbox sits right outside the Beckley House. Okay, this says this is the Las Vegas Railroad Cottage, and the address is 521. So let's go on inside. Now this door has a screen. And let's go inside. So cool. Oh, over here. Let's start over here. It says that this is the original concrete brick. So the railroad cottages were built for the railroad employees. Look at this man here. He's reading a book because back then that was a form of entertainment, was reading. And so that was like before radios and television. And now this lady over here, it looks like she's crocheting. And I see books there. There are 4 or 5 rooms in these cottages. This one has 4 rooms, a living room, kitchen, bathroom, and front room. So you can see the kitchen back there. It looks like a nice size, actually. I don't know if you can see this vacuum. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that vacuum cleaner or sweeper. Look at that. And then here's the phonograph. And the light switch had buttons. And here's the bedroom. Steamer trunk. This was the Boulder City Depot, Boulder City, 1931. Oh, it's so quiet in here. Oh my gosh, look at the scales. And all of the luggage. Look at all of this luggage that someone would have to load onto the train. Wow, what is this?
Boulder City Depot originally served passengers on the Union Pacific Spur line running from the main line south of Las Vegas to the new planned community of Boulder City. Construction of this 22-mile stretch of track was the occasion for one of the biggest celebrations in southern Nevada.
Have your shoes shined?
It was the start of the massive Boulder Canyon project, which was to result in Hoover Dam and Lake Mead. In September 1930, nearly 10,000 people watched as Secretary of the Interior, Ray Lyman Wilbur, drove a silver spike to inaugurate construction. On April 26th of the following year, engineer Harry Baldwin opened the throttle on number 6002 and made the first passenger run from Las Vegas to Boulder City.
All aboard! Oh wow, look at the door. Check out the door. This is to get on the train too. It's got a regular door handle. But check this out. My husband said when he lived in Pennsylvania, around Philadelphia when he was growing up, that they would ride these old trains that they were still running. And so I don't know where he took them to. I know his mom used to like to go to New York, so I don't know if that's where they went. But I'll have to ask him again. They even had this heater on the train. And there is some old machinery back here, like looks like farm implements maybe. And some old trucks. And a great big old red barn. Okay, going inside the barn. Wow, it's dark in here, you guys. This is a 1909 Sears motor buggy. See if you can see it. There's this wire here. It's easier to see with the glass. But anyways, that's really cool. Oh, so look, there's some motorcycles here. I guess things that you would find in an old barn. There's a bicycle. Sort of reminds me of my bicycle, except mine was a Huffy. There are carriages. And that's my phone. So this concludes our trip down memory lane on Heritage Streets, Heritage Homes, Clark County Museum. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.